What is up, all of you regs and all of you shinies? This is Jackson coming at you again with one final Taiwanese Black Series review. Now, before the video begins, just want to remind you that if you are not already a member of our Discord, to please make sure to join that, subscribe to us on YouTube, check us out on Spotify, Apple Music, and wherever other podcasts are offered. At 500 subscribers, we will be giving away your choice of the Bad Batch Captain Rex or the 212 photo. And if you are a member of our Patreon, you will have the chance of getting the 13th Battalion Trooper this month. Not this one, this is mine. I have one still in box for y'all, and by the time this video comes up, I should almost be back in the States. So that will be exciting to finally return to the show. But what I have in front of you today is a very, very special surprise. I didn't think I would get any more figures while I was here in Taiwan, but as of recording this, approximately a week ago, there was posts that Fixer had arrived in Taiwan and that certain collectors were starting to get their hands on it and that it was popping up in stores. So I shot down to Taipei over the weekend, and lo and behold, 3 of them were on the shelf at the toy store I frequent. So I was very, very excited to get that. I got a couple things to say about this figure, things I like, things I dislike, things you gotta look out for. But, gonna start really quick like I usually do with that side panel box. Absolutely loving the artwork for the Gaming Greats line. I'm so happy as well to have all the rest of these. And with me as well, I have Sev, who, if you have not already checked out the review on this figure, be sure to do so. And then I have a little Pikachu in the back just hanging out and chilling. Why not, for the hell of it? But on the back of the box as well, on all the other figures, here is the shipping label, marking it that is from the Taiwanese warehouse. Kind of a cool little feature in my opinion, just goes to show for me at least, like, hey, I got this while I was on a trip. But let you all look at Fixer real quick. The green on his armor is very nice. Also going to apologize for the lighting. I'm doing this at my desk, and this is the best lighting available in my dorm. But he has that new updated backpack with this top part right here. A little bit, if I pull up Sev, you can see the difference in it. It has the 2 side things jutting out here, and that top part, which is going to allow for some really cool action poses that I will show a little bit towards the end. But if you have been watching our videos before on Sev and Boss, you would know that this is the same exact figure repainted. It has the same scuff marks from the Hunter mold that it has had since the beginning, so that is not new. This is just a repaint. Think of it like a repainted clone at this point, except we're getting one more of these. So really interested to see how that one turns out, but for now, we have this. It's very nice that they did that updated backpack piece, just because for some of the other features, not a lot of people were a fan of it, like how the troopers themselves aren't that bulky and they're just a little bit thinner. I personally have not really minded through any of these reviews or getting them. The thing I really don't like still is this shoulder bell idea, where they just kind of junt up. Stormtroopers have it too now. But it's just the fact that if you pose your figure up for too long, this is going to like sit up like this, and then you have to bring it back down eventually, which I think is a little bit annoying, and I'm worried about it possibly hurting my figures, but I don't really think it will. So unfortunately for my Fixer, its right foot is completely stuck. It can only articulate the foot this way, and that is it. It can't move the foot upward. It can for this, as I'll show right here. But if I move the foot up and down, the foot will actually come off and expose the ball, like the joint underneath, and then I need to like ram it back in. I'm not going to do that on camera because I don't feel like almost breaking my figure. But that's just because there had to have been a defect at the factory with this one. I've seen other people get their Sevs and enjoy them, so this was just the one instance that I got it and it didn't work. And unfortunately in Taiwan, there is no such thing as returns, so I couldn't return this guy even if I wanted to. But even though he has that, I still want to show off a couple different poses that I was able to get him into for you. First, I really just want to show off this general pose I had right here. Just best way I can describe is a little bit of attitude, just trying to show off and look cool. The classic stand and shoot, the lean and shoot, the run and gun, the classic one-legged poses that we at 1313 are trying very hard to get now with figures these days, and it's so much fun and satisfying when you get it to stay perfectly still on the one leg. Gravity just does the rest, and it's amazing. Here's a cool little standing pose I got him on using my ring, propping up his broken foot to show that even with the foot, he's still very, very posable. Here's a cool little pose I throw him into, almost like he's quickly picking up his backpack or he's trying to throw it on. That's what I'm a huge fan about this figure, is that these parts and this right here, his hands can grab very, very well, and it's very solid as well. Because again, if you've watched any of my reviews, a huge thing that I look out for when I get a figure is if it can hold its props well. Like, he can hold that blaster very well. His finger, well, his pointer finger fits into the trigger guard and the rest of his hand grabs the weapon, which is exactly what I'm looking for. And here is that final pose that I wanted to show you real quick. Not using his blaster, but kind of just holding that backpack he has. I'm such a huge fan that he can maneuver this prop around. It's going to make for such a great piece for posing. I know a lot of you others, as soon as you get this figure, that you're going to find a bunch of different creative ways to make it look cool. That's all I really have on the figure as well. If you are on the fence about getting Delta Squadron, I honestly am going to recommend to get it. Like, this is a set of figures that I'm going to bring with me when I move back in, and I'm going to, like, do their own, like, dynamic pose somewhere in my room, like they're reconning the area. I really like how these figures turned out. They're very beautiful and well done. Sure, in a perfect world, could they have been a little bit bigger? Maybe. But I am very much content with what I got. So if you have this on pre-order still, I would very much recommend keeping that, or if you are still thinking about it, he should be available for pre-order on GameStop, and if he's not, he'll be restocked soon. I can't exactly remember when he's supposed to come out at GameStop in the United States. I think it was towards the end of this year or the beginning of next year, considering Sev is already arriving, but we shall have to just wait and see for that. But thank you so much again for watching and bearing with all the technical stuff that I have been dealing with over here in Taiwan, because I'm not in the studio. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and a comment. I'll do my best to reply to everything that you all have, and I'm so excited to be back in the United States soon. Be sure to have a great rest of your morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you may be. And we'll see y'all in the next one.